Hello, Scorpio. Welcome to your July reading. We're going to start out with an oracle card to see what kind of energy you'll be working with here in the month of July. So you have the bridge, a connection, connections, building new connections is what this feels like. Almost like forging a new pathway. So like as if there's been a canyon or a river or something. There's always been something between you and someone else. Maybe different ideas on how things should be done, different belief systems. But there's an opportunity here to build a bridge, to connect the two of you, to open up new possibilities, to branch out. Interesting take there. It's almost like you've always yearned to see what the other side is like. And this is going to be a month where you're going to be able to have that opportunity. You're going to be able to go explore, expand, and see what it's like, if it's something for you or not, is what I'm getting off of this for you. This is an opportunity and one that you should look into because, again, it's expanding the horizons, or I'm getting the word expansion a lot, I guess, here. Maybe you're going to be going over some huge expansion bridge. If you do, let me know. All right, let's see what your tarot messages are to go with the bridge for Scorpio. We have the Magician. Let me move this over a little bit. The Three of Swords, Death, the Hierophant, and the Knight of Coins. It's feeling very kind of murky here, even though we have two major arcana cards. A little murky, a little uncertain, like things are not clear here in the first part of the month, but then you get that clarity here in the second part of the month. Which is kind of appropriate here with the Death card in the middle. So we're going from this murky, moody kind of vibe to this more bright, excited, clarity side. All right. Let's see what each of the cards have to say. We're starting out here with the Magician, which is the first card in the major arcana. It is the first person that Fool meets on their journey. The Magician has all of the tools that they need, all of the connections. They know the right words to manifest, to create whatever it is they need, seemingly out of thin air. They know how to work with what they have. They know how to manipulate that energy to create whatever it is that they desire. It's a card of manifestation. So you have obtained or are attaining the things that you want. You're able to create whatever it is that you need at this time. It's almost too easy for you. It's almost like there could be a feeling of boredom or a lack of challenge in it. I'm getting the sense that it's almost like, is this it? Is this the top for me? Is this all I can expect? The answer is no, because the Magician is full of possibilities, of opportunities. What is it you desire? If it's about building this bridge, this is when you can create that. This is your opportunity. You can manifest that. You can build it. You have everything you need. You just have to get somebody on the other side to help you bridge the gap. Haha. To meet you in the middle in a way. But you have the connections you need to do that. So I guess what this card is saying, you have everything you need to make it happen. So go make it happen. What's holding you up? And then we have the Three of Swords. So swords are an air element. This is going to be about communication, our thoughts, ideals. But the Three of Swords, it's a difficult card. This is not an easy moment. This is the destruction of the ideal. It's the feeling of something you thought you wanted, something you believed in 100%, that you were fully behind. Again, it's purely with your thoughts, though. You love the idea of what this you thought this was. But those scales, those rose-colored glasses are broken, and it doesn't look so good anymore. And you're feeling heartbroken because your ideal is not what you thought it was. There is no emotional connection, or what you thought of. Again, thought was an emotional connection, was not actually an emotional connection. Or at least it was not reciprocated. But because this is swords, it indicates the idea, the ideal, the belief, but not an actual emotional connection. If anything, if there was any emotions involved, it was around the idea of what it was or what it could be. That does not mean it does not hurt, that there isn't disappointment, that there isn't some anguish involved, that there isn't anger and frustration involved. You can't repair this. You can't go backward here. Now that the scale, for some reason, I want to say the scales have been removed. I don't know why that's coming through. Maybe it's for someone specific, but the scales have fallen away from your eyes. Okay. The rose-colored glasses are off, and you can see it for what it is, and you don't like it. You're not as you yeah, it's not what you thought it was, and you just you don't love it. You do not love that idea anymore. It's not something you really want long term anymore. So you're turning away from it. But there is still, again, that disappointment because it's the destruction of the possibility, of the potential. The potential you thought was there isn't really there because there's no emotional connection to back it up. So there is this sense of loss, of having to grieve that loss of the ideal, of the potential. But this is a shorter term. This isn't a long-term heartbreak, even though in the moment it may feel like it. But this is something it's going to be fairly easy to move past once you're able to recognize that there weren't any real emotions, true emotions involved here. It's just the dashing of the possibilities of what could have been, had there been an emotional connection. Again, it's not an easy thing. It's complicated. It can be messy. But at the same time, it's almost going to be, when you look back on it, oh, thank goodness. Thank goodness we did not follow through on that. It would have been a disaster. And then we have the Death card, which indicates transformation, kind of appropriate after the Three of Swords. This is you evolving. It's the end of one thing, like the end of a dream, much like the Three of Swords here, and into reality, into something that is better for you, more realistic. It's freeing in a sense. Because had you kept trying to force this situation here, you wouldn't have been happy. Nobody would have been happy there. But the ability to recognize that and process that and let it go to free you up for something better, for something that is meant for you in the future. That's kind of a Death card moment. It's a transformative experience. Trying to feel in if there's anything else on that. And that may be why this is kind of a little bit murkiness here. There's this feeling, for whatever reason, around the Magician card of, okay, now what? A sense of boredom and angst a little bit. Maybe it's related to this Three of Swords in some way. And you need to let go of this so that you can see the bigger potential that is out there. But you have to let go of this first, which is kind of what the Death card deals with. All right. Hopefully you're following that. I am in my head, but I don't know if it's coming through fully. Transformation around mid-month. And then we have the Hierophant. What I'm feeling for this one is this is an external person or influence for you. They have something to teach you. There's something to learn here. The Hierophant a lot of times is a leader. They're like the teacher, the professor. They could be a police officer. They could be a judge. They know all the laws, the regulations, the rules, the standard operating procedures, the way things have always been done. And they can teach you all of that. They can teach you those basics, those hard realities, those facts. It's up to you how much of that you want to take in and follow. There could be consequences for some cases of not following certain things, certain laws and regulations, but there may be flexibility within some things or opportunities for improvement in certain areas. But this is all about you learning at least those basics and what might work for you or not. It might help you make a decision if you want to follow a certain path or not, if it's too rigid for you, or if it's right up your alley. But there's a sense of learning, of discovery here. Now that you know this is out of the picture, what are my other options? What are the other possibilities out there? What am I being drawn to? A sense of learning and discovery. And then we have the Knight of Coins. Knights, okay, coins are an earth element. And knights for me are somebody who has a lot of knowledge, right? And they've just graduated college, for example. And they're ready to get out there and learn and experience. There we go. That's the word I'm looking for. To experience, to take everything they've learned, the theories, and now let's go out there and try them. I'm going to try it. I'm ready to go. Let's go, go, go. Thing is, the Knight of Coins is going to be the slowest moving knight in the deck. They're going to take their time. It's very methodical, one thing at a time. So they're taking the things they have learned here, and now they're trying to implement them or experiment and see which ones work for them and which don't. So they're going to try one thing, just the one thing. They're going to see if it's working or not. Do they like it or not? If they don't, then they're going to abandon that one, and then they're going to try the next thing. But it's going to be one thing at a time, step by step, what works for me and what doesn't. It's very good for long term, but it can seem like it's taking forever while you're going through it. But long term, you're going to know exactly what it is you want and what works for you and what does not. Now, another thing that I just came back to is this is the person on the other side of the bridge, because it has to be a new experience, a new person, a new opportunity for you, something you can't get where you're at now. And that's why you need the bridge, why you're building this bridge, so that you can learn more, so that you can discover new ground and new opportunities for you. Interesting. I like that. Okay, let's see what we have on the bottom of the deck for you. The Sun. I like that for this final card for you. This is indicating joy, vitality. There is this new excitement, new sense of joy, of eagerness in experimenting and trying these new things. It's kind of like things are a little murky and kind of boring over here, and now all of a sudden the sun is shining and you're outside and there's just sense of freedom and excitement and this eagerness to try all these different things and explore. It's fresh energy. It's injecting a bit of vitality into you, excitement, a bit of excitement into the work again. You're now eager again. So feel like you're starting off the month maybe as kind of, yeah, this is what I do. Yes, I'm great at it. I know what I'm doing. I know how to do it, but it's just missing something right now. I'm ready for something new, something fresh, and it's coming. It is coming. You are going to discover that. Might be a bit of a wild ride, but I don't know if you'd have it any other way, Scorpio. All right, that is what I have for you for July. Please hit that like button and please hit subscribe to help me grow my channel. Thank you so much for watching, and I will talk to you later.